Hi everybody, it's Jakob here on linguistics, and it finally happened. I got my certificate of CELTA, and in this video I'm going to show you from the beginning everything related to CELTA application process, which websites you need to use, what kind of websites will be helpful, and of course I'm going to show you every process and every PDF document you need to sign or do any tasks before you even start your CELTA. So this is gonna be ultimate CELTA information video. So you will find everything related to CELTA in this video. So continue watching. I'd suggest not to skip any part of it because I'm gonna be explaining step by step. The reason I'm making this video is initially when I got interested in CELTA course, I couldn't find any information online. What I mean is, videos on YouTube explaining CELTA is very old or irrelevant for today's courses format. It's different because most of the videos on YouTube are, which is obviously all outdated. And when I initially was researching before applying for the course, I found very little information or none related to the steps for the course application. So decided to do this video when I finished my course, and I'm now finished, and it's October 2024. It's been a month since I finished. I also checked Reddit, and then there are some information related to interview, how it goes, and some other stuff, but I wanted to do one ultimate video that explains everything from the beginning till end. So let's start with the application process. With the application, you need to go on Cambridge CELTA website, and you can find different ways to study part-time, online, or intensive face-to-face. So I myself did face-to-face intensive course. It lasts for a month, but it's really intensive. So once you apply on the website, I'll show how to apply on the next steps of this video. I'm gonna show you how to apply, how was the emails, how was the tasks. I'll show everything. So once you apply, you get pre-interview task and some forms to sign, and this is a step before an interview. So you complete pre-interview task yourself. You don't have to be 100% correct. You can use some AI, you can use some help from the websites and stuff, but don't worry, you make a mistake and it's okay, because the task is not to score your knowledge. Basically, it's nothing. It's just to know how, it's just there to know for tutors about your knowledge in teaching and in English language in general. And then they'll send you another email related to your interview, the timing and everything. An interview will take place on Zoom or Skype platforms, and they're gonna let you know which will be the one, and then they'll give you some links to log into Zoom or Skype to have your interview. In the interview, the interviewer will explain everything from the beginning till the end of the course. So they will explain how it will go, what kind of input sessions, teaching practices and assignments you need to complete before you finish the course. Also, they'll tell you how intensive it is if you're applying for a 1 month intensive course, which I did myself. You will not have any time for work, and you probably will not have time to go out with your friends as you do normally. And they'll ask questions about your timing, time management, and are you working or not, and will you be working during the course or not. And they'll warn you, if you're working, you will not have time for both. And these questions are generally to know that you will have, if you have the time to complete the course, and they don't want you to drop out in the middle of the course. It's not okay, and they don't want that, and they don't want you to lose your money that you paid for the course. And lastly, the interview will be about your pre-interview task. So you completed the task, you send it over, the interviewer has the task open on her or his laptop, and they'll ask a bunch of questions related to the task that you completed yourself. And there is nothing to worry about it. It's just to know that you yourself completed the task, not someone else for you. So they'll ask some questions, and then they'll ask if there's a mistake, they will let you fix it during the interview. That's what happened to me. And also, don't worry, it's not to evaluate your knowledge of English, or if you if you made bunch of if you made a lot of mistakes in this pre-interview task, it doesn't affect your place for the course. It's not a test before the course. It's not. It's just to know your level of English. In the next steps, I'll go on the website and I'll show you how to apply and how to find a center close to your house or close to your country. And if you want to do intensive course of CELTA, you can go to the centers and then do it there. Obviously, it's going to be very intensive. It's going to be 5 days a week, and probably weekends. You will have to do your assignments and do your lesson plans for the following week. So, and keep on watching. Let's go. Let me show you everything from the very beginning till very end. So at this stage, you decided to apply for a course. This is how you do it. So you go on Cambridge, CELTA, and you'll find Cambridge English website. You go on there and you'll find the center, which is going to show you the closest center that teaches, that trains English teachers or CELTA teachers. So wherever you live, you can give your address, postcode, or the country, and it will basically show you. So you choose so I'm in London, choose London, City London, CELTA, and search, and I will have few locations, and I choose one of them. And once you choose one, you can go that center's website, and once you choose, let's go teaching house, and then just go, visit the website, and then you just go apply now. Every website is going to be different for every center. So after you apply, you will get an email confirming your application. And so once you find the closest center that teaches CELTA, you just go on their website that looks different for every center. So I found this one in London, so I just go apply, and just go apply, and then apply to CELTA now. And then you're just gonna fill up your name, your last name, email, your phone number, your first language, citizenship, and if you are old enough to start the course, of course. And then they're gonna ask for date of birth, and then level of your English. It should be C1 or C2 or native speaker, because B2 and B1 probably will not be able to teach
and they'll ask, so you just fill it up and then submit, and that's it. And after that, you're gonna get an email with the confirmation like this. It's gonna be like this. So thanks for completing your online application for CELTA course, blah 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 blah. And then you will have your first pre-interview task, which looks like this. So a Cambridge pre-interview task. So you'll have your name, your date of birth and age, an emergency contact, which can be your parents, your friend, your close ones, and any qualifications you have, TEFL, IELTS, anything regarding this English teaching sphere or field, and language learning experience if you have any, teaching experience if you have any. So you'll have this task: sounds, advise, sip. So you basically have to match similar sounding words to each other. And the second task was, okay, word stress. Yep. So you need to put appropriate words in different columns where the stress is different. Everything is there. And the next one is differences in meaning. So you can check this out, pause it, and then see for yourself, and then you complete this one. So basically, once you complete pre-interview task, they're gonna ask you which time would be most convenient for the interview, and you can put like your location and then the time, everything. So once you complete this one, you will have another thing, which is rules and disclosure form, and you need to put your name, the date that you're signing, and then you sign this one, and the center will ask you to email the completed documents back. And of course, you're gonna have to send, if you have any qualifications except this CELTA, you may have IELTS. You must have at least C1 level to be able to teach others English. So I don't know, C1 should be around 7ish and 7 plus. I'm not really sure. And then once you send all your documents and then sign form back to the center, they'll arrange an interview date, and then they're gonna send you an email, the separate email, telling you the time and the platform you're gonna be having your interview on. Then the next step will be the CELTA interview. Your interviewer will ask some questions about your application and pre-interview task, and will give you lots of information about what to expect from the CELTA experience. Of course, you will be given the opportunity to ask any questions you may have, so be prepared with anything you're wondering. So my interview was in the late afternoon, and so it was around an hour or 45 minutes. So basically, interviewer will explain everything about CELTA. So the beginning, teaching practices you're gonna do, and how many assignments are waiting for you during the CELTA, and of course how stressful it is, and how difficult it can get during the CELTA. And of course they're gonna warn you not to have any job during the CELTA if you're taking intensive course. Of course they're gonna ask a bunch of questions about this pre-interview task that you did, earlier. So you just send this one to them, and then they're gonna go through your answers, and then the interviewer will have your task open on a different screen during your interview, and then they're gonna ask you questions about your answers. And don't worry, it's not to make you fail during your interview or anything like that. It's just they want to know to what level you know about this details of English language and the teaching itself, how much they're going to teach you during the course. And of course, if you are even eligible to be able to start your course. So they just want to know. And if you're doing intensive course like I did, you cannot work during the course. It's just 1 month, but you're gonna have to be focused 100% on the course. So don't worry about the interview. Just show them that you are a good candidate, and interviewer doesn't want you to fail even before you start, because every center has competitors and they don't want to lose any candidates. And you, of course, you're paying a lot of money for that, and you're going to spend your whole month in a center learning how to teach. So they basically just want to know you better and closer so they can help you during the course. This is the interview about. It's not about failing or being successful or anything like that. Warning what's coming up for you as a candidate during the course, and how intensive it can be, and how rewarding it can be. Just speak politely and then show them that you can actually teach in a classroom. That's it. So once you finish pre-course, pre-interview task and sign all forms or anything related to application, and then you successfully pass the interview. So now you will be asked to pay for the course, which is around 1,200 or 1,300 pound in London, for intensive course, which is 4 weeks. So once you pay for your course, you will get an email with the confirmation that your place will be saved and you got the place to study between that certain dates. And you will get pre-course task on an email with the confirmation. So this has 50 different tasks, and it's not assessed, and you don't have to send your answers to tutors, to anyone. It's just for you to familiarize yourself what's coming up in your CELTA course. So the content, the section 1 will be learners and teachers in the teaching and learning context. Section 2, language analysis and awareness. And section 3, language skills, reading, listening, speaking, and writing. Section 4, planning and resources. And section 5 will be developing teaching skills and professionalism. So you have 5 sections and 50 different tasks. So let me show you the first one. Section 1, learners and teachers and teaching and learning context. So what I did in this one, I went through every task and I opened different PDF on the side, and I put my answers for each task, and I did a little research on each task so that I can understand what's coming up during the CELTA and what I can expect. So this really helps if you do a little research and then just go through all of these 50 tasks, it will help you to understand basics of CELTA, what's coming up, and you can answer these questions and then and of course understand yourself, like who you want to teach, how you want to teach. These tasks also ask about those stuff, so it's really nice to have this document before you start your CELTA. And don't worry, there is no right and wrong answer, it's just your answer. Everybody has different answers for this. It's just there for you to know yourself more and how much you know and how much you need to learn. So it's very helpful. Just go through each of these tasks. Some of them have phonemes. They'll go through receptive skills and productive skills, listening, reading, writing, and speaking, and planning and resources. So you will be planning a lot for your teaching practices before your lessons. So you can go through on this and then check it out. And task 50, consider how the following form part of a teacher's professionalism: confidentiality, course planning, review, and all this. So everybody has different opinions. You can choose any of these answers. So before actual course starts, it's a good idea to go through some good books. If you haven't read anything or you haven't been teaching and it's gonna be your first time, just go through some books. So the first book is The Practice of English Language Teaching by Jeremy Harmer. It's a very good book. Everybody should read it. I think it's one of the best books for English teachers. So check this out if you have already applied for CELTA and desperately waiting for your course to start. Just go through this book. And another one is Learning Teaching by Jim. So this one also very helpful. And then if you buy from Cambridge Original Books, you're gonna get a CD with videos and audio inside. And then I remember I've gone through some CDs in these books, and then some of them have good information. They'll show you different methodologies and techniques to different activities and different lessons. Could it be grammar lessons? Could it be vocabulary lessons? Or it can be reading or listening lessons. These books are really helpful. Check them out. And another thing is you need to have a little bit of computer skills. You should be able to create PDFs and make notes, manage your files. They're gonna be loads of files, and you should have your laptop or iPad or any tablet. Otherwise, I don't think you will be able to study CELTA, because everything is digital at the moment, and every lesson you'll have your presentation on the screen, so you will have to be able to use Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoints, and other slides, and so you will have, and so you should have some basic computer knowledge before you start this course. And there will be a lot of printing out some handouts for the students. So just keep in mind, just go through your Microsoft stuff and then just get yourself familiarized what's required. during the course. And finally, your course started. If you're doing CELTA intensive, you will have 8 teaching practices. 8 teaching practices, and each lesson plans will probably take you 2-3 hours of your time, which is outside of the course. And the course itself was from 10:30 till 6:30, which is 8 hours. So you get home, you eat something quick, take a shower if you have to, and till midnight you will have to prepare your lesson plans. And on top of that, you'll have 4 different assignments. It's basically one each week. It's not easy. Every single one of them have to be 1,000 words minimum. So it's gonna take a couple of hours, maybe more. Some of them take 4 or 5 hours for research, for handouts and all this. So you will have that one, and you will have a lot of notes that you will make during the course itself, and input sessions, which tutors will have 2 different input sessions, one in the morning, one after everything has finished in the afternoon. So they'll teach you how to manage classroom, how to apply different techniques, different methodologies, and different practices on students. And you will learn a lot from professional tutors. So 4 weeks, 4 different assignments, 8 teaching practices, and 8 live observations. So live observations are basically you go into professional teachers' class and you just sit at the back and just watch whole lesson from the very beginning till end. And then you're gonna have to make some notes for yourself, what's going really well and what really impressed you actually from the tutors, from the teacher's lesson, and how she or he is managing the classroom, and how students getting along and then getting involved into the lesson and raising an interest among students. And all these techniques you're gonna have to observe, learn, make notes for yourself, and that's it. On the first day of the 3rd week, which is the second half, you'll have a talk with your tutor, one-to-one, face-to-face, in a different room. Everybody has a chance to talk. Our tutor, Dan, so basically I went to this room, he was sitting there, and then he explained that what's going really good, what's going not that good, and what to improve, and then the things I need to work on. Everything was discussed. So on the first day of the second half, you will have this opportunity to talk. If you're failing on some skills, or if you're failing to master some skills, your tutors are going to tell you, and then you will have 2 weeks to work on them and then make it better. So basically, no one wants you to fail the course, and everybody wants you to successfully finish this course. And then you've already gone 2 weeks, which is amazing. It's not easy in this intensive course. I've seen people leaving the course halfway. It's also a good thing that you will meet a lot of good people there, your mates. You'll have new friends, probably for lifetime. And 1 month course will feel like a whole life. And that thing happened to me, like I will never regret doing this course. Even if it got really intensive on the third week, I want to go back every day and then do that third week. My mates around me, um, one of the best times of my life. It was just wonderful. Learning process itself and teaching people this English, teaching people in actual classroom was amazing experience, and I will never regret doing this course. It was wonderful. If you decided to take this CELTA, or if you're planning to go for it, do not hesitate, do not worry, you'll get it. Just you need to work harder on yourself, and that's it. I hope I explained everything so far. And if you have any questions regarding these processes, and if I missed any information that you wanted to know, just let me know in the comment section, and I'm more than happy to reply as soon as I can. And subscribe to this channel for upcoming videos about CELTA and some other English related topics, and of course about IELTS as well. I hope I've explained everything, and then I've answered some questions you were having about CELTA. I had to cut some parts of this video because it was too long. If you have any questions and if you want more information, just drop a comment and I'll try to make the second video in more detail.
Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for upcoming videos about CELTA and ESL teaching in general. And if you have any questions regarding IELTS tests, CEFR tests, or about CELTA, just drop a comment and subscribe and hit the like button if you like this video. Thank you very much.